GBUSH of the Barbershop Podcast turned heads about Shedeur Sanders. And also, listen, the Chicago Bears head coach set the record straight. Ben Johnson talks Shedeur Sanders. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, you got to hit that like button, you got to comment, and you got to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that bell notification, it'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Share this video, hype this video. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Let's go.
Yeah, execute. Ain't no thinking. Play hard, play fast, play with your brothers. Let's dominate on three. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. Over the middle, Judy has it at the 40. High stepping out of a tackle into the end zone with a flip. Touchdown, Brown. Ward under pressure. He goes down. Come on. Drawing back corner. Bannon goes up high and he brings it down. Touchdown.
There's a bigger story going on in the NFL and in Cleveland right now concerning the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round as a 144th pick of the past NFL draft to the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cleveland Browns traded up to get Shedeur Sanders after they signed it Kenny Pickett, they signed it Joe Flacco, they drafted Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. And then they traded up to draft Shedeur Sanders. The season played out. We know what happened to Kenny Pickett. They traded Joe Flacco. They tried Dylan Gabriel. And now Shedeur Sanders is on the field as the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He done started 4 games. And he have impressed me as a starting quarterback in the league. You got to remember, he went through all offseason training camp. And I'm telling you, the #1 offense for the Cleveland Browns, he did not receive any reps until he was named the starting quarterback. Let that sink in. Let that sink in to you. But still, he have impressed me on the field, the way he been carrying himself, and also during the press conference. This boy is a straight out natural born leader. You hear me? But I want you to hear what GBUSH had to say when he was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show yesterday. GBUSH.
What I'm looking for in a quarterback, and it's difficult when your surrounding cast and receivers ain't there. What I'm trying to find is this. I need to see plays that I can extrapolate and say, if I put this kid and bolster the offense, bolster the pieces around him, do I have something there? And I think there's 2 or 3 times a game where he does things where you're like, wow. Isaiah Bond, the fact that he's catching deep balls. I mean, the one deep ball he threw, I mean, it was beautiful. It had touch on it. He got hit in the pocket.
I thought both deep balls were.
Both of them were.
I mean, he did miss one on a deep ball where Bond was actually open, but he was going into the wind.
Yeah, it's like he kind of lost it, or the wind caught it and kind of.
But not every quarterback has that gift.
I mean, he threw those 2. I said, wow, that was the Jared Judy throw. I thought was great. But so for us, the evaluation is going to be, does he have enough? Does he have the raw material that we can shape and mold and figure out if we build our infrastructure, can he be somebody? And that's the goal of these exercises in these games. Like you said, he's not going to throw for 300 every yard. Up and down, up and down, up and down. That's what rookies do, especially in their 4th start. But, I just come out and say it. He did, Shedeur Sanders would say he didn't play well last game. And so that's okay. You're a rookie. You're not going to play well every game. But what you want to see is improvement in the areas that you are weak at, or the improvement in the areas that you're struggling with. And that's what the next 3 weeks is for.
That's GBUSH of the Barbershop Podcast was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show talking about the progress of Shedeur Sanders and what he would like to see in Shedeur Sanders going forward. And I'm sure the fan base want to see the same thing too. But Shedeur, just like GBUSH said, have shown some flashes that he could be a franchise quarterback. The Cleveland Browns don't need no quarterback in this upcoming draft. They got one. I believe Shedeur Sanders is the future quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. They just need to invest in their offensive line and wide receiver room. Draft them one top wide receiver, and 8 of their picks need to be on their offensive line. 8 of them. They got 10 draft picks next year for this upcoming draft. Draft them one wide receiver or maybe 2. And man, I'm telling you, they need 6 to 8 offensive linemen next year during the draft. They do. And they can see what Shedeur got going forward. You give Shedeur Sanders an off season, and you get in training camp, OTAs, as your number 1 quarterback. And man, I'm telling you, Cleveland Browns could go on and win their division next year. They can. Sign them 1 or 2 free agents. And oh, by the way, sign Shiloh too. Why y'all at it? Yeah, special team help. You know you need it on special team. Shedeur Sanders should be on the team also. But anyway, once again, like I said, just follow GBUSH over there on his podcast, the Barbershop Podcast. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Now, let's talk about what the Chicago Bears head coach had to say about Shedeur Sanders' performance this past Sunday. Hey, he was very impressed about Shedeur Sanders' performance on Sunday as a rookie quarterback who started just his 4th game. Listen what the head coach had to say. The Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson said the quiet part out loud about what the Browns have in Shedeur Sanders. Sanders surely and certainly have the attention of the first-year head coach of the Chicago Bears, that's Ben Johnson. He said these words right here. I think he's doing a great job as a rookie, Johnson said. He was able to sit in, soaking in that offense over the course of the spring and summer and early in the season. You can tell that's probably benefited him to a degree because now he's able to go out there and let it loose. He does a great job of extending the play and creating on his own as well. That's Ben Johnson talking about Shedeur Sanders. He made some good plays, just like GBUSH was saying earlier during this podcast, and Ben Johnson come right behind him and said the same thing. He have shown some flashes as a quarterback just in his 4th starting role as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He's a rookie. He gonna make mistakes. He gonna throw interceptions. He gonna do some things that probably what rookies do. But still, you got to be impressed about what you are seeing from Shedeur Sanders as a starting quarterback right now. I'm just telling you, Shedeur Sanders is a franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns if they choose to go that route. But I tell you what, if you don't, if they don't want it, and they mess around and let somebody else get him, they're going to regret it. Because Shedeur Sanders is on a mission to prove, not to y'all, right, he's going to prove to himself that he's right. He said that before. Once again, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hype this video and share this video if you don't mind. Once again, don't forget about the live show tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I'm telling you, this thing going to be off the chain tonight. I got J.R. Boxing and Uncle Steve. You already know how they going to go. And special guest will be popping up at the 8:30 hour, Miss Phyllis Smith. We getting ready to have a good time tonight. So come on over and join the party tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm telling you, I got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube down in that comment section. Come on over, be our guest. We would love to have you. Until then, peace.
They told me bust down my AP, perfect time, and got them baguettes up on my neck. I stay shining, it's never hot around my jewelry. Change the climate, I went and got that new Maybach. I stay grinding. They told me bust down my AP, perfect time, and got them baguettes up on my neck. I stay shining, it's never hot around my jewelry. Change the climate, I went and got that new Maybach. I stay
exclusive.